July the 31st, the Morgan's weekend celebrations start here with a cavalcade of 100 cars from Malvern Link to Cheltenham Racecourse. Welcome to Programme 7 of Morgan 100. Cars had gathered for this event from early in the afternoon. The organisation was entrusted to Sarah Hutton and the team from Brands Hatch Morgans.
We had to get 100 cars right up until the last minute. That was looking, it was on, off, right until the day, because some people didn't turn up. We had other people turned up who wanted to take part who hadn't been booked on. But actually, when we left, we had 100 cars left Malvern. A 1913 three-wheeler was the oldest, and a 2009 Aero Max was the youngest, which was great. So we had a full representation of all the models and lots of the years, not obviously every single one, but we did pretty well.
To be here tonight to start this celebration and to introduce to you Charles Morgan.
I made this mistake actually last week of not actually saying who I am, and a lot of people stood through the speech very politely and then said, who on earth was that? So I will say I'm Charles Morgan and the third generation of the Morgan family. And you may wonder why we're in Cheltenham. Well, it's because my sister Jill lives up the road and it's a little bit closer to her, and so we've...
Oh dear. Saturday morning and the worries about the weather seemed to be justified, as heavy rain clouds hovered over the racecourse. However, nothing was going to stop this picnic, let alone a small drop of rain. Strange to see so many Morgans lined up with their hoods erected, but as a good few of those inside the grounds were of an older nature, maybe they could be forgiven. And perhaps there's a lot to be said for Peter Morgan's +4+ design after all. For the three-wheelers, however, a roof doesn't really come into the equation at all, let alone putting the engine under the cover of a bonnet. It's a sort of cross between an auto test and a sprint, where the competitors have to complete a run around a circuit marked out with cones. There's to be no stopping and no reversing, so it's all down to how quick a time you can do it in. As the day progressed, the weather eased up a bit, probably a good thing, as this first day was for the novices. It was also an event where the ladies were just as adept as the men. Also happening at that time was an audience with Charles Morgan. He told me earlier how much he was looking forward to this event, a rare opportunity for owners to meet the boss.
Charles, we'll kick straight off.
I really just wanted to ask how Charles saw the future of the classic range.
The classic model is just as much part of our strategy as any other model.
This is Jack Tinney from Seattle. Could you use fuel cell in the petrol tank in the back is part of your way to deal with that crash resolution? The same sorts of things we use in the race cars.
To be honest, fuel cells are coming on thick and fast, and they are very, very interesting pieces of kit.
Thank you, and congratulations, Charles.
The final toast to the directors of the company was made by Charles's sister Jill and her husband David Price.
So I'd like us all to show our appreciation and drink a toast to Charles and to Steve and Matthew and Tim. Will you please be upstanding to drink a toast to Charles, Tim, Steve and Matthew. Thank you very much. To Charles, Tim, Steve and Matthew. And show your appreciation. Thank you very much. Well done.